Hi there, Susan Modest again. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on what time you're looking at this. I decided to give you a little bit of a different scenery than I have in my last couple videos because I looked at all of the thumbnails and they all look practically identical. So don't think I'm not thinking about you guys because I'm trying to kind of mix it up for you, keep things interesting. But today I actually want to go into the Cryp trade capital business that I've been talking to you about and show you how to actually fund an investment because that is the first step. With Cryp trade capital, it is completely free to get registered and signed up. So I'm going to have the link below this video. And so I recommend that you go ahead and sign up because you're here because you're interested in business and making more money online, and hopefully also interested in Bitcoin specifically, or cryptocurrency. With this particular opportunity, you do have the ability to choose the type of cryptocurrency that you want to get paid in, between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and essentially. And I just want you to be able to go in and look around a little bit. So again, the registration is free. I'm super excited about this opportunity. And I think in my other videos, I may have explained why, but just again, to review it, and especially if this is the first time that you're even seeing any videos from me, the reason I'm so excited about this is because while I'm an entrepreneur and sometimes a certain amount of risk goes along with being an entrepreneur, and especially doing things online. I mean, there's so much money to be made online, but there's also an element of risk whenever you start a business. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be 100% upfront with you. If you can't tolerate risk, either mentally, physically, I'll throw financially in there, but financially, you know, that's not, it feels like it's all important, but it really is one of the easiest things to make back. But I'll even throw that in there. But really, mentally, spiritually, if you cannot afford risk, then you probably don't want to be an entrepreneur. But I'm also not recommending that you throw caution to the wind. So there are some things to look for. And so generally, the things I look for are proof of service or product. So there has to be something being sold or some service actually being provided. That's probably number one. Then I look for transparency from ownership and the organization, the cooperation, whatever. Even if it's just an online sort of entity, I look to see if they're transparent about ownership. Because then, if you have somebody who doesn't really want you to know that that's them, then maybe they're not up to the most honest stuff. And there are scams out there. Again, being completely honest with you, there are scams out there. So you got to be cautious about that. And then the other thing I look for is, are they expanding or do they seem to be shrinking? So are they actually trying to increase their presence, so to speak, in the world, in the online community, or even physically? And going back to why I'm so excited about Cryp Trade Capital, this particular business that I'm going to be reviewing with you, is because it satisfies all of those little check marks on my checklist. And of course, they actually pay. So, but a lot of bad things do pay. We know that, right? So I don't necessarily look for that because I sort of expect it. Well, maybe I've just been lucky. I've never been in an online situation that hasn't gotten paid. But then I know that doesn't guarantee that things are upfront. So that's not my top criteria, but in case it's yours, I'm going to go ahead and say that. Yes, they pay. So with Cryp Trade Capital, there's proof of trading. There proof of the ownership and the business that is behind Cryp Trade Capital, very transparent. There's an office in España, in Spain, that you can actually visit They have a lot of conventions all around Europe mainly. They haven't really done it here in the United States yet, but there's it in Europe, and you're free to go, and you're actually free to watch the live trading happen. Um, and we actually, you know, if you ask me, I can provide you proof of trading as well. But in the back office, there's always proof of the trades that are being done on your investment. Registration documents are actually scanned into your back office. So if you join this business, you can actually see how they registered as a business, and you can see that it was approved and so on. The other big thing that I haven't been able to find in other online cryptocurrency businesses is that they are actually expanding their physical presence in two major ways that I have noticed. So they invested, I want to say it was like 20 million into physical Bitcoin ATMs being placed all around the world. Again, mostly in Europe, just because physically that's their area. But the United States already has a lot of Bitcoin ATMs. But this particular business, Cryp Capital, is putting their mark on the Bitcoin world, the cryptocurrency world, by becoming a Bitcoin ATM recognizable name as well. And just put a lot of money in that. So, you know, companies that are fly by night are not going to spend 20 million putting down physical locations or physical property. They're just not going to do that. Also, after you've reached a certain amount of volume, which is not even very high considering this, but if you reach at least $25,000 in volume, the company will pay up to 70% of the cost for you to open up an actual physical location if you wanted to, of Cryp Capital. I guess that's basically like a franchise. And you know, you're not going to find Subway or McDonald's offering that kind of thing. So right now, this is a great time. And I don't know how long they're going to do that. You know, right now, while they're trying to expand, that's probably why they're offering all of that money to people who want to do that. You know, some people have no interest in that. But if you're more of a physical business owner, this is someplace you might want to plant some roots, because there is a ability to get 70%, and they help with paperwork and everything. But you know, I've gone way too long on that kind of stuff, but that's why I'm so excited about this. On top of the fact that obviously I'm making money. I'm making money passively through the investment and the return on the trading investment, and the fact that I don't have to do the trading on my own. And then, you know, at this point I should probably break up the videos. And I will. I'll do a part 2 to this where I actually go in and show you how to do the investment. Lost my train of thought. Shouldn't have distracted myself that way. But you know what? I'm still gonna put this out. But this is why I'm so excited. Oh, I was talking about passively. So I make my money passively off my investment and the trading, and then there's a log of the transactions so that I can see how they take place daily, and we do earn that return daily on just the investment. So if you're just an investor, that's all you want into this Bitcoin cryptocurrency world, and you want to put your money to work for you, sort of like all wealthy people do. You know, wealthy people get past working for their money, and they make their money work for them. So if you're one of those people and you want to do that, but you can do that through cryptocurrency, this is an excellent opportunity for you, because you can do it strictly as an investor. As I said, register at this link that's going to be below this video, because registration is free. The only expense, so to speak, the only cost is your actual investment, and the investment can be anywhere from $50,000 to $20,000. So you can start really small, and then you can go really big, and you can see that. My next video, I'm going to show you how to fund it. I'm also going to show you how to see like what you can expect back based on some predictive software. Oh, and actively, of course, with this you can also build a team, right? So it's almost like a real estate agent, or I guess a real estate broker that has real estate agents that work for them. And so if the agents make sales, then the broker gets some commission off of it, and the real estate agent does too, but the broker gets a commission off of it. Same concept here. So you can build a team as well and earn what I call actively. There's passive earning, there's also active earning. And I can help you if that's what you want to do. I can help you with marketing, I can help you with building your team. So I am here for you. So I'm going to end this video now and start a new one about how to actually do the funding. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.